On Stage is brought to you in part by Dream Weekend in New York, August 27 to 29. For tickets and info, visit dreamwkndny.com.
Dream Entertainment responds to alleged breaches of COVID protocols at events in Negril. His first appearance on our stage was after he had created this dance move. That turned out to be the move of summer 2021
Tyreke
in the dancehall space. But when did the Portmorian dance maker become a recording artist? Tyreke Dirt returns to our stage in that capacity with his very first song. Another returnee is Diani, who is now sharing feelings with Jada Kingdom. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Rough Cut band leader Nigel Staff, who suffered a stroke and is said to be responding well to treatment. We will share a chat we had with the musician on the impact of COVID on Jamaica's music. This week's top stories, top 10 trending, and more are all coming up. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winford Williams. We'll be right back.
On Stage with Winford Williams. So much more than entertainment.
On Stage is brought to you in part by Dream Weekend in New York, August 27 to 29. For tickets and info, visit dreamwkndny.com.
And now, Guinness Top 10 Trending Songs in Jamaica, courtesy of YouTube.
Chronic Law with Bank Teller starts off our countdown at number 10.
Money makes you dance a lot. 24K and a small carrot.
Paparazzi from Vybz Kartel's new Born for This album makes it to number 9.
Fashion report to Venice, my very photogenic.
Ritical is ready for number 8.
Red day. Anyway the vibes that you know me dead day. Anyway the vibes that you know me dead day.
And the Squash with Feel Nice is number 7.
Yeah, me feel nice on the weekend, right? I'm a friend, I'm a smoke and a drink.
Vybz Kartel makes his second entry on this week's countdown, this time with Menace.
Menace to society, me. To me, no live out, them want me feel live.
And starting off our top 5, it's Intense with Jailhouse.
Women name I call for court, me even want go. Stand up in front of the judge like start yo. Witness on the side and him attack yo.
Chronic Law's Fraud makes its debut at number 4.
Flick man off if finish from a start. I'll do it, I got hurt, mama dad.
Nation Boss holds steady at number 3 with Faith.
Like the president, deep thoughts when me up in my elements.
450's Journey is this week's number 2 track.
Give my heart to some people when I'm worthy. I give my heart to a girl when I deserve it.
And guest on our show this week, Diani, makes it to number 1 for the second week in a row with Feelings Remix featuring Jada Kingdom.
Cause baby, it is obvious, you know, that I'm in love with you, girl.
Being the first event of its type and scope in Jamaica since COVID, it was expected that Dream Weekend would get lots of attention within and outside the Jamaican entertainment space. But I don't think we expected the degree of alleged breaches to the Disaster Risk Management Act coming out of the party weekend. So what is Dream Weekend's response to these allegations? The company's marketing manager, Chieftain Campbell, right now, right here on our stage, and to also speak about the big upcoming New York staging of the party series. Yes, they're planning a staging in New York. Sir, welcome.
Glad to be back.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah, you know.
So the Ministry of Local Government gave you a C rating. Minister Mackenzie.
I mean, honestly, I haven't seen it, but that's a little unfair.
You did better than that?
We did the best that was humanly possible. The Dream Entertainment team, we pulled out all the stops to adhere to all the guidelines that were given to us by the Ministry of Health, by our government. We made sure all those things were put in place for the safety of our patrons and for the wider Jamaica.
So those pictures coming out with people not wearing masks and not social distancing, how do you respond to that?
A lot of those pictures are from other events, and this is not to say that that everyone in our events were wearing a mask. I'm not saying that, but I've seen pictures that were labeled Scan Me Entertainment when Scan wasn't even at the event, right? With massive crowds, events from 2019. So I've seen videos from other events, and I've seen videos from Dream events years ago. This is the way it works, sometimes the negativity coming out of something is easier to feed into than what actually happened. And the positive parts of it, which was the fact that we had medical professionals at our redemption center ensuring that every single person, and this is not just for patrons, this is staff as well, or every single staff member either presented a negative COVID test or evidence of their vaccine.
You're stating now categorically that there were no breaches at your gate.
Not from our end, not from our team. And anything else outside of that would have been unfounded. And we had mobile testing units from MD Link, and there are other approved testing units on the strip. We had one right outside of the gate of our redemption center each day. So for persons who would come in to try to get their ticket.
But the ministry's monitors were there, weren't they?
They were. They did do their inspections. So
they are influenced by those fake pictures or what?
I can understand why they would be influenced or how they could be influenced by it.
Do you not believe now that not inviting professional media, not accrediting professional media to be there was a mistake? I
don't want to say it was a mistake. What I will say though is that, because I saw one media professional explicitly say that Dream Entertainment locked out the media, which was not true. Because to say that we locked out the media is suggesting that we told them that they're not allowed to come inside. What I'll accept is that we didn't extend invitations to the media. Reason being, we understand that optics are important, just as we've seen right now. We're seeing right now, optics are important, and there is something called appearance versus reality. What something appears to be is not necessarily what actually is or what happened. And sometimes for stories, the media will sometimes put things out, for extra clicks.
The media has a responsibility to be truthful.
I agree with that.
To tell 100%, the truth
100%.
And to counter lies.
100%.
As much as you think that they will sensationalize and what have you, they will have to account for what they say. For example now, if we were putting out the pictures that you say are fake, you could sue us and you know where to find us.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've seen a publication state that there was an estimated 20,000 people inside of Dream Weekend, when that is absolutely false.
A local professional, mainstream publication.
Local paper.
So we don't call them out.
They know there. We see it. It's there. And while and this was the day after our first event, right?
20,000 at one event.
Our numbers for the total weekend was approximately 2,500, which is 1,000 less than what we were permitted to have.
So regardless of how it looked,
Right.
You have the backing and support of the local government ministry,
Right.
the Ministry of Health.
We believe that we should allow the numbers to speak for themselves. And the testing sites, they can send you their numbers. MD Link and
So those numbers will reconcile
that is what we believe.
with what you have?
We created a bubble. And while bubbles don't 100% mitigate all risks, it does mitigate most. And we believe that the chances of people in our events with that big space and a much smaller number being affected by COVID inside that bubble would be significantly less. All patrons had to have a mask to enter the event. If you didn't come with one, we had them at the entrance. You couldn't get a ticket to go inside our event without first being verified by our medical professionals. And once you got your COVID-19 negative armband, that is when you're able to get your season band or your band for the event.
Impact on the local economy. The Westmoreland,
Yeah, man.
Negril.
Even the president of the Negril Chamber of Commerce said that, in any event that you're going to have anywhere during this pandemic, there are always going to be concerns. But he mentioned rightfully that they are positives. The business, the commerce is crucial to Negril. In the past, what Dream Weekend does for our economy, we contribute around $4 billion to the Jamaican economy. And while this staging... $4 billion, yeah.
Per staging.
That's correct.
Wow.
So while this year would be significantly less for obvious reasons, I wish that people that weren't there were actually there to see the activity that took place in terms of commerce. People were so grateful. They were so grateful to have us there. They missed it. They are there every single day from morning, providing, different things for, our patrons. This is how they feed their families and their children.
Do you think that entertainment is being scapegoated by other interests?
Yes. And the truth is, it is not easy to not use entertainment as a scapegoat. We come in close contact with each other all the time. It goes against what social distancing is.
Yes.
However, what we need to see the numbers, the facts that are coming from events. That's what we're not seeing. For everybody out there who either spent money with Dream, who showed up to Negril, the Dream Entertainment family wholeheartedly appreciates every single person, because what they did was not just for us.
Yes.
Coming out to Negril, being a part of the events, what they did was not just for us. They did it for the entire Westmoreland, they did it for the entire Jamaica. And we appreciate every effort to make it happen, So, and they can look forward to Dream Weekend New York.
Oh, yes. Yes. Go ahead and tell them about that. And we're in New York. And how is New York treating you?
Better, much better, much better. New York has been treating us well so far. The people are very excited about it, very, very excited. We're going to be at Brooklyn Hangar, August 27th to 29th.
Yes.
We've created something special, something different for our North American audience. 3 days, 3 events. On the Friday, August 27th, we have Spice. So that will be Dream Live. Dream Weekend presents Dream Live on the 27th. That's Spice.
Probably could have called that night the Spice.
And I want to tell you that they're so looking forward to seeing Spice. And Saran is going to be on that show as well. He's been getting a lot of praises for his, new music, and he's very well respected in New York as well. On Saturday, Dream All White. We have Aji performing that night. We have Bunji performing that night. We have Chiching Ching performing that night. So it's gonna be a wicked show. And then to close out the weekend on the 29th, Dream Weekend World Dance.
World Dance.
Headline artist Afrobeat, Nyla Blackman, and Capella Gray.
Where you got it dance?
That theme is Rep Your Flag. right? Wherever you come from. One big dance with people from all over the world. So that is, because New York is a melting pot.
Yes,
so yeah, man, rep your flag. One world dance right there.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be it's gonna be something really special.
Sounds exciting. And
very special. And on stage will definitely be there.
Okay, sir. Thanks for the invite, but I won't respond here. But fans of New York, fans of New York, go support these guys. They're serious. They're responsible gentlemen. No matter what you want here, we've been tracking them from the very start. Dream Weekend. They're real professionals doing business professionally. So give your support. You're not supporting irresponsible people who are just trying to have parties. They're businessmen. They're investing serious amount of time and money into what they're doing. All right, so that's it. That's him right here in this segment of our show. The man himself come to do it. That's why they call him Chief 10. All of 10 chiefs. And it's still to come right here on our stage. Dancer Tyreke Dirt returns as a recording artist.
It is obvious,
Diani shares feelings with Jada Kingdom. Nigel's staff on COVID's impact on Jamaica's music. All coming up. We'll go back.
On Stage is brought to you in part by Dream Weekend in New York, August 27 to 29. For tickets and info, visit dreamwkndny.com.
Nigel's staff is said to be responding pretty well to treatment after suffering a stroke last Saturday. Now, last April, we had a chat with the Rough Cut band leader on the impact of COVID on Jamaica's music. Jamaica's music fraternity is one of the hardest hit sectors in the COVID crisis. The obvious being the crippling impact the pandemic is having on recreational activities, such as dances, parties, concerts, nightlife in general. But what's not so observable is the economic fallout being faced by hundreds of Jamaican musicians whose income derive mostly from touring. Nigel's staff is the leader of one of the biggest touring Jamaican backing bands. The dancehall aggregation we call Rough Cut. Nigel, right now, right here on our stage. Nigel, sir, welcome.
Ogo, my boss.
Good to see you, sir.
You'll be seeing a lot of me, man.
You're stuck at home.
Stuck as stuck will ever be.
Oh, my goodness. So what's the size, the scope of this fallout? The musicians of Jamaica, what size are we looking at? How many musicians do we have?
I've never had numbers for those, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at 3,000 functioning musicians.
Wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Out of a job, pretty much.
Yes, and just you're not able to function full stop. I mean, you have musicians that tour 9-10 months out of the year, and you have musicians that do 3-4 churches every Sunday. So don't be surprised if you're looking at 2.5 years. It sounds horrible, but...
And you're speaking about the world, and it's important that you do that and keep it in the context of that.
Our workplace is the world,
Yes, hence why we wanted to focus on the impact on music, on musicians in particular. Whereas creators, artists, performers can get royalties, some royalties, albeit late, because that's another problem too, which we'll discuss. But the creators, those who own intellectual properties, will continue to get some income so long as music is being consumed and played and so on.
And that's weird now, because ASCAP and BMI just sent letters to its members saying, we don't know if we're going to be able to pay you in the next quarter. Every place where music is consumed or purchased is locked down. The only place where music, there's an upturn is on the devices where you're in your house, you're on the internet, you're trolling all the social media spots, all the music providers on the net. But the collection process is weird. I see a lot of persons keeping their parties and you see a lot of people with the Insta lives, this live, that live.
Virtual
That's
parties,
cool.
yes.
It's really cool. Keeps your presence. We anticipate that they'll have garnered for real fans by the time all of this is over. So the first set of parties that come out should be humongous. But until then, how do you monetize it? And that's the key question.
Yeah, because
what we're doing now, can we monetize it?
Well, I don't know. I know digital platforms will pay something, be it YouTube or wherever you're played. I think creators are paid some royalties for the play of music on those platforms, such as YouTube and so on and so forth. But I don't know that some of what we see happening on some of these platforms can be monetized by the promoters of these events. On television, once a record or radio stations is played, you are due some level of compensation.
Yes.
And it's a blanket amount that we in Jamaica are paying.
True.
The media, the CVMs, the TVG, and they're paying a blanket amount, radio station and so on. That I don't know it is paid to artists.
The problem is,
but
there's a way it's collected, and it's collected over a particular period of time.
Yes.
And this is the time when it's on lockdown. All the systems that were in place to collect all this money is just on standstill.
So our local collection agencies, what are they saying? Are they experiencing the same problem that the international ASCAP is?
I would assume, of course. I mean, Jams pays a lot of money over to ASCAP because you have a lot of songs that are written by ASCAP members that function in Jamaica. So there's a sizable portion that they have to deliver to ASCAP for ASCAP to disburse to its members.
Are you due any kind of relief from the government of Jamaica?
Oh yes, I mean, as the government minister they all say as long as you qualify. The trick to it is the music industry is so informal. And one of the main requirements is a formalized system. So your studio has to have a registered name,
taxpaying,
TRN, TCC. Most people don't have that.
Oh, Lord.
So that I mean, is a good time to actually do that and come into the taxable system, so to speak.
What about the e-registry that the government had set up under the Ministry of Tourism at the time? I think it's now under the Ministry of Culture, where professionals are registered. All the people in the creative industry are qualified to register. Are musicians registered under that?
I have no numbers to speak to that, but I would say they should. It's just that we have a culture of hustlers.
Yes.
And we hustle. But we'll make a money and we'll make a thing. And, and it's times like these that show you that you really are supposed to formalize your business and function in a system that will help you and you help them.
It's such a shame that we don't understand the importance of government and governance, and to the point where we think we're going to have this alternative economy. No, everything is formalized right now, and we're now seeing for ourselves in real time the importance of government to mobilize resources and to give relief and to even help to save our lives. And I hope that going forward, that we know that the government is for the people, by the people, and are the people.
That's a hard sell to the average person. I give you 6 months and Jamaica is going to realize how important our music culture is to our economy.
All right.
I give you 6 months. All of the hotel them lock already, All of the music, all the things that we say make our income earners the number one, the tourism, the this, the that. You're gonna see how interlocked and interwoven the music industry is and how so important it is.
Yes.
And we don't want to sound like we are bashing me there. Me, I tell you this, I lift my
Them
hat
I learn,
to them.
man.
Lift my
Them
hat
I
to
learn.
them.
And
Dr. Tufton Honorable Prime Minister, I lift my hat to you guys. You guys did extremely well in trying.
Of course, they're doing a great job, and they cannot not think about this, the thousands and thousands of Jamaicans who are employed by your industry, the music fraternity. The benefit doesn't stop with royalties. It is also the promotion of Jamaica. It's tourism product, it's cultural products. Everything about Jamaica is promoted through the music of Jamaica. We're not just talking about musicians going out and making songs and collecting royalties. We're talking about always promoting the hell out of our place. This little rock.
Yep.
So, and I know the government understand that. So we're looking for something special to happen. You know, and we're calling on all of those, from Miss Grange, who everybody, I'm tired of calling.
I am the Vybz.
She is, we can't ask for more from her, but we have to still ask her.
An entertainment minister like her, I'm telling you, never. We need to realize that you have consumers and you have purchasers. How many of us are willing to pay $1,000 right now, and just generally, instead of going on a free live stream, knowing that.
Oh, you mean to pay, to subscribe and pay?
We don't have a culture of paying for stuff.
Yes.
Jamaica likes the free thing, which I mean is not bad. I mean, but there's a balance that we need to strike to know that, okay, every time you skip that ad on YouTube, that video that you're gonna watch won't generate income, because you have to watch the ad for the video to get income, because it's the ad that generates the income. All of us skip that ad. We can't bother, we can't wait. And all of us watch Netflix and none of us have an account. When are we gonna get to that stage where our daily activities and functionality on these platforms categorize us as purchasers? Because that's where the intellectual property is really gonna get paid. That's one. And two, we have to, it's a numbers game we're playing, so we have to be able to incorporate the world genuinely. We need to be doing more than 50 million streams of anything. We need to be shooting into the billions.
Into the billions, yes.
Into the billions, consistently in the billions. That means other people from other walks of life are so interested in what we're doing, think it's so cool and log into it.
Well, brethren, the music plays on though. One thing we know.
Yeah, we can't, that never stops. But they don't mean anything unless they generate income.
Get well soon, Nigel. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, sir. And stay with us right here on our stage, still to come. Tyreke returns to our stage as a recording artist. That's the Dirt Bouncer. And later,
it is obvious, you know, that I'm in love with you.
Diani in Feelings with Jada Kingdom. Wow.
On Stage is brought to you in part by Dream Weekend in Negril, Jamaica, August 5 to 9. For tickets and info, visit dreamwknd.com.
When he was first on our stage, the dance he brought us was just a trend. Now Tyreke Dirt returns with his Dirt Bounce.
Tyreke Dirt.
Hands down the dance of summer 2021.
Countryside, out of the dirt.
But I bet you didn't know he was an aspiring dancehall artist. Well, Tyreke Dirt is here with his first song on our stage. Tyreke, sir, welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here again.
Oh, it's good to have you. All right, so what happened to your life since you were here last?
Well, since the last interview, I went back on the drawing board, started putting in some work, made a song, still have tours, shows, and a lot more stuff in place. A lot of changes, like growth. Find myself spending less time with younger siblings because there's more work to do.
Okay.
But there's still school in place, so you have studying time, work time different.
So you got really busy. You were being called all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Many appearances?
Yes.
What about contracts and so on? Did you sign anything?
Well, we have contracts in place, but we are not supposed to speak as yet.
No, you can't speak yet about them, but they're signed contracts or negotiating contracts?
Negotiating.
You're negotiating now?
Yeah.
Endorsement as well of brands?
Etc.
Okay, so brand endorsements.
Yeah.
And contracts for recordings, distribution of music.
Okay.
Wow. Congratulations. Okay, so were you an aspiring artist when you came?
No, not at the moment. I was only a dancer.
And were you thinking then of becoming an artist?
It was until what you said to me.
Yes.
That I was supposed to be doing music.
So what I said impacted that decision?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, wow, I had no idea. So how did people initially respond to you when you started to voice?
Well, when I made a couple of people heard the track, they were like, yeah, this is it.
Yes, they liked it.
Yeah.
And this track is to the dance, right?
Yeah.
So you're putting your own music, as was suggested, to your move.
Yeah.
And okay, so all right. So before we go to it though, you were saying something about school, right? Aren't you supposed to be going back to school when reopen in September?
Hopefully, if school reopens.
Yes, and you're ready for that.
Yeah, born ready.
Eh?
I'm ready, yeah.
Yes, you're ready. And you're because you want to be educated. You told me that the last time. There's a lot of debates about in-person versus virtual. Which would you prefer?
Well, in-person would be more like you can connect more with the teachers and stuff.
Yes.
It's a better learning process.
So you would prefer to be in the flesh at school?
Yeah.
So you hope that will happen for September?
Sure.
All right, so we have a track for you. We're going to now experience your first song and video. In video you make already?
Yeah.
Wow, let's go to it right here. At age 16, Tyreke Pennicott is the creator of a dance move so infectious it has the entire space bouncing.
You realize, so you're like 16 making moves, everybody had their challenge all over the world. Yeah. That's really good.
Don't give up. Don't stop dirting.
Yo, Prime. Yo, Gilly Banks. I'm Menace on the door. Yo, well done music. Them think a joke. Yeah, hear me? You see me a dirt them. Can't catch it dance, so go learn them. Take them girlfriend, twist and turn them. In a seat, say I nerd them. Happiness and verb them, dog me a dirt them. A Tyreke dirt. Full of money and me got a lot of girls. The bunks of your girlfriend a flirt. Make she do the bunks, then later dirt bunks, sketchy bunks, hey, dirt bunks, sketchy bunks, yo, dirt bunks, sketchy bunks, watch ya, dirt bunks, sketchy bunks. This ravers I do the bunks, Rebel and DC I do the bunks. Pretty get a bunks. Me money enough so me check ya bunks, dog. Me nah do this for me young dog and I know on you. Right now me in a the leader, them can't stop it from me money every day for poverty, me find the antidote. Born for the starless is the antidote. Me secret is me born for be great. Big Benz truck so pull up on your gate. Take a girl quick, never late. Dog, so me see yo, dog, so me see yo. Dirt bunks, sketchy bunks, hey, dirt bunks, sketchy bunks, yo, dirt bunks, sketchy bunks, watch ya, dirt bunks, sketchy bunks. This ravers I do the bunks, Rebel and DC I do the bunks, Lee and Bailey I do the bunks. Me money enough so me check ya bunks, dog. Yo, thin money catch this. Yo, Matic. Yo, Color, yo, Pose 13. Yo, Chica. Them they know. Yeah. Yo, DC. Yo, Grimy. Yo, Amazing. Yo, Devo Studio. Growling.
Ah, there you have it. Dirt Them is the title of it. But a nice song. I like it. Bridget, I will give you artist a pass for the artist thing. Yeah? You have a voice too, bigger than your age. I want to hear that voice, I think it's a big, older person kind of voice. Yeah, so how people, go again and tell us, how people responding to this?
Well, this is a debut for the music and
Them just I hear you now, officially.
Yeah. No one has ever heard it before.
Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it. You coming back to our stage to do this, because the whole world watching right now.
True.
You know what I mean? And you've had some very big celebrities doing the dance throughout the summer.
A lot of them.
Lots of them. Who surprised you most?
Well, it was the Jamaica 4x1 women's team.
Yeah.
They dirtied and then got gold.
After the dirt.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Tell that to those who are talking about pitching up entertainment against education. You know what I mean? They need to understand this, that this is the power of our music, my friend.
True.
You know, inspiring our artists on the field who brought us glory. Yeah, Usain Bolt, all of Bolt's wins and achievements, his legendary achievements. The music is beating always in his head. So it's not a contest between education for Jamaican youths and entertainment. And music and so on is not entertainment in the frivolous kind of way we sometimes talk about it. And it's a shame that leaders would even be talking about education versus entertainment. Don't speak like that, sir. Entertainment is entertainment, and education is a must. But you can't be using that now for whatever political point you're trying to score to sort of talk down at entertainment. We have gotten enough talking down of entertainment in this country. Okay, so where do you go from here? Talk about where you're going forward.
We're aspiring further into music.
Yes, more music.
Yeah, more music.
Yes.
Probably more new dances.
New dances.
So forward. We have lots of tours, bookings.
Yes.
Lots of things coming up in the future.
You know what them to do? Hurry up and give you school. So you can achieve that educational objective quickly. Yeah? And so that you can unleash that beautiful talent you have, youth, on the world. That is what the leaders in our country need to do. To do more for young people like you quickly, get you early, and start to ensure that you're educated. That when your talent, start to explode, start to get out of you, and the world is on to it, you're ready to exploit it properly. Yeah. And you're ready for the world. They need to make sure then that you have the requisite readiness in terms of education to deal with a world that will be calling you like fast. Okay, you have to exploit it now.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you want to tell us, boss, apart from all the big plans?
We have a merch line coming out soon.
Merch line?
Yeah. We'll be out very shortly. We're going to have a celebrities challenge to the song where they will do a video and there's going to be a cash prize to be given to a charity of their choice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. That sounds good. Well, Tyreke Dirt, sir. We respect you and we appreciate you, and we will be helping you as much as we can with whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
We believe in you. You know what I mean? Okay. We do. And we want to implore all of them out there then to look out for the challenge. And I'm sure many, many celebrities watching will want to participate, my friend. How do they participate, and when will it start?
Well, we're not sure as yet, but it will be, I think, before this month ends. We'll start it before this month ends. Okay, so they should look out. And tell them where to find you. You can find me at Instagram at Tyreke Dirt, TYREKE.DIRTT. You can find me at TikTok at same Tyreke Dirt. Blessed love, Tyreke Dirt, the boss. All right, so there you have him right here on our stage. Tyreke Dirt on our stage. And still to come right here on our stage, Diani shares feelings with Jada Kingdom. That's next.
On Stage with Winfred Williams. So much more than entertainment.
After making his last appearance in April, Diani went into sharing feelings with no other than Jada Kingdom, that topped YouTube's trending songs in Jamaica. Diani, right now, right here on our stage, once again. Diani, sir.
Blessings with fun. Give thanks for having me again, you know?
Good to have you, sir.
Definitely, definitely.
So before we even get into this big feelings sharing thing, what happened otherwise for you since?
Been constantly promoting, consistently promoting, you know. We did Senorita, the last time I was here was Senorita with Maestro Dan.
Yes.
A massive song for me as well. And then, you don't know, we have Feelings, which is the follow-up after that.
Yes.
The remix, which is with Jada Kingdom, was produced by Echo Beats and Downtown Records.
Okay.
It was just a genuine energy with her. She reached out and, I don't know.
She reached out to you?
Yeah, she reached out and she said, yo, singer, would I love to get a piece of this, and you know, we never deny the fact there, because they don't know that's Jada Kingdom, East Side Queen, so
yes. That's
a different platform, that's a different audience, and it has done wonders. I can't complain about that.
Just pause for a minute and take the video right here.
Baby, it is obvious, you know, that I'm in love with you, girl.
All right, that's it. Feelings between Jada Kingdom and Diani. Okay, well, my friend, all that's left now is for both of you to get married.
Mix up with our friend. Give thanks to every single person that has liked, shared, comment, and been giving us the support, because it's #1, as I said earlier. Been doing amazingly well. #2 in Apple Music Caribbean. That's massive in terms of numbers. 500,000 on Audiomack. 300,000 on Spotify and major platforms as well. So it's doing really, really well. So you don't know, big up Kingdom anyway there, and you don't know, big up the team, because we've been consistently promoting.
Where does this put you now, your career?
A step in the right direction. Obviously, it's a different audience. More persons and more people know me now, and has been reaching out, other than producers, other than fans and audience itself. But definitely a step in the right direction. I will give thanks, because from Heaven Telegram, you know, we had Senorita after. Then to have Feelings is a massive blessing for me, because you don't know, that's 3 singles off the bat. So we're just looking forward to do more music, promote, and just make sure the brand Diani is out there and getting the face and the music out there.
Remind us of who you're signed to.
Downtown Records. Been doing an amazing job. Downtown Records and Rolex Productions, you don't know. They've been pushing the career, pushing the brand on a different scope, a different scale, internationally as well as regionally. So
yes.
We give thanks to that. And the effort has been consistent and has been constant. And we're here now, as you can see. So.
And going back to the single a little bit, what are your credits on it?
As I said, the single was originally a single, as I said. It was Feelings originally, and then I did the remix, which was with Jada Kingdom.
Yes.
Which has topped the charts. The original as well has gone like 500,000 as well on my platform, but the Feelings as well has put it on a different stratosphere, different region than I could have done myself, obviously. Obviously, because she has like 1.5 or 1.9 million followers, that's a massive audience. So with that being said, you know, we give thanks for even the opportunity for really can share this platform like that same way.
Okay, but your credits in terms of publishing, in terms of performance, in terms of writing and those things.
I'm a music. She wrote her part, sent it.
Yes.
And then we just mix and mastered, but all right, I'm a music. She writes her music as well. So.
Are you into producing as well?
Definitely, I do produce myself. I produce my album. So we can look forward to that in the coming future.
So do you have credits on this particular record as
in
a
terms
producer?
of production?
Yes.
No, this was just me sole writing, producer, that was Echo Beats and Downtown Records. It was just a collaborative effort of both parties, but essentially in terms of production rights, that's Echo Beats and Downtown. I did my writing and my other aspects of my music.
So new rising artists like you have come in a time when, when there are so many barriers.
They call it COVID artists
between you and your audience.
Definitely.
Your fans. What are you looking forward to most? How do you explain all of that? How does this feel to you as an artist?
With the whole new restrictions of
COVID,
and
the traveling, by now you'd be all over the place.
Yeah, definitely.
At your stage of the game.
As I said, it's first time being an artist in a space like this, so we still experience, we still understand, and we still learn and try adapt as best as possible. With that being said, the best means of promotion right now obviously is social media. So I try use that as best as possible, and even though we don't really get for a tour as yet, we're still looking forward to that in the coming future. We've been getting proposed dates as well as possible opportunity to perform, not only in different territories, obviously like Africa and as well as Europe, but we're still on the drawing board, still I try to figure out how best we can promote on social media as well as in different spaces. But as we say, it's a learning curve and it's a learning process, so we still learn and we still function.
How exposed are you to interactive performance?
I actually love performing. I'm looking forward to perform, to see the audience, to see them react to what I have been doing over the past 2 years since 2020. So we just look forward to it and look forward to express the music, the art, and the craft itself. So.
But are you able to hone that now? Do you get to appear anywhere in front of a live audience?
Yeah, definitely. We did some small shows, some intimate performances, not a grand staging, obviously, as some fest or, let's say, jazz and blues, but some intimate performances in the guidelines of COVID.
Yes.
And you don't know, we give thanks to that, and they have supported. We have gotten a good reception from these performances, and we give thanks.
The reason why we're asking this, is that there is a deficit in performance, live performances, that is, among artists, especially dancehall artists. And so we hope that, your generation is aware of that and are making the necessary adjustments and move, because this is something that you can acquire.
Definitely.
But quite often, a man leave it totally up to him lyrics, and when he jumps on a stage,
he can't deliver
as expected.
Yeah, man, we do constant live performances. I must say, I'm an avid fan of live performances. I said, Dennis Brown is a teacher of my music. Fab Five, so we do constant performances, live performances. So you don't know, we're looking forward to express and show you the craft itself, because we've been putting in the work and we've been putting in the effort. So we're ready for it and ready for the stage.
Yeah, because what is building for you now, is that first time when so many people will be seeing it for the first time. This is maybe the only good thing about COVID.
What about catalog?
No, you build a catalog and the expectation will rise. And we hope that all of you, all of the youngsters, the new arrivals,
we're ready, man. We're ready.
We'll be ready to exploit it properly.
We have enough time to prepare, so we have enough time to execute as well, so we're ready.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Well, I don't know what else you want to tell us that we don't know yet.
You don't know, we did Senorita. We have a remix for that with, you don't know, the Queen of Trinidad and Tobago, Nyla Blackman. That have been doing well, as I said, in Panama and all the Latina states. So we just target a different market now with Trinidad.
Nice.
Attached to the song and to the brand itself as Senorita. Consistently promoting Feelings Remix and Heaven Telegram. And we're just doing the work.
Diani, sir, we can only commend you for your achievements to date.
Man, blessings.
And we cheer you on and say, boy, go bring it home.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, man, exploit it. Exploit it, my brethren. Congrats again.
Blessings.
Blessed love. All right, well, that's it. That's our show for this week. But first, let me say this first. Jada, where are you? Where are you, Jada Kingdom? You belong to the stage. You're due to return to the stage, Jada. But nonetheless, congrats on this song. Big song. Saying? And that's our show for this week. Winfred Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more On Stage. Thanks for watching our video. Please click subscribe and be on our stage anywhere, anytime, always.